Energy Matters with Anthony Manna and Dena Marie. Good morning.
Good morning, Dena Marie. Here we are. I'm Anthony Manna, otherwise known as Professor Grandpa Tonio, the book guy and the writing guy. And it's a pleasure to be here. I think this is, I forget, I think it's number 15, I think, or whatever, but we're meeting weekly, folks. We're meeting weekly to talk about the discoveries we're making about each other and also the discoveries I'm making as I work through. Where is that book? Here.
There it is.
Here it is. Okay. Here it is. Our Energy Matters, the Art of Crystal Reading. Learn how to manifest your heartfelt intentions. And the book has guidance, illumination, discovery. And I say here, should I begin my reading? Because I can start. That's what I say. I say, follow me into Dena Marie's chakra-powered, crystal electrified domain, which is the expansive province I keep navigating in her book, Our Energy Matters, the Art of Crystal Reading, where soul searchers like me learn how to manifest their heartfelt intentions. Wander with me through Dena Marie's overreaching, spark-energized, intuitive revelations of soul, mind, body disturbances. See, folks, what I do each week is I make a writing. I write a piece that I'm reading to you today, which inspired by what I read in Dena Marie's book. Intuitive revelations of soul, mind, body disturbances, the blockages of folks, whether young alerts, middle muddled yearlings, or wounded seasoned elders who seek Dena Marie's blessed guidance, heart and solace, her spiritually endowed awareness of static, sedated, deadened, fractured self-sense. Folks of any age, status, longing, needs, whose energy centers, the chakras that distribute universal life force energy throughout the body, soul, and mind, are bogged down, overloaded, damaged, blocked. With me, grasp her generous manner of guiding chakra-blocked beings to their recovery of self-worth, self-love, and re-enlightened self-confidence. So I come to you, Dena Marie, I come to you now and I say, based on your lifelong experiences, please share with our viewers your what you call examples of blocked or too open chakras. Tell us about the character you call Harry Heartless and several others that, when I asked you about this beyond the video, you said to me that these people, although they're in a sense fictional, they represent people that you came across in your life as you were in your healing work. So what about Harry Heartless?
So you know the bully, right? We all know a bully.
Oh, gosh.
And bullies have usually been bullied. So when I go back, I was a hypnotherapist. And you ask the guy with the blocked heart and he's got heart issues and he's super angry and his wife sent him to me because he blows up over everything. It goes back to a little boy who was super sensitive, loved to cry and color. And then he was put in maybe in sports. Maybe the father was a military person and that emotional part of himself had to be shoved down. So pushed. So you got to close your heart. And then the yellow chakra, your solar plexus below your heart, is your power chakra. So when I read a whole football team, they were super sensitive. They had all the yellow chakras, but no heart chakra. And the girls they were dating had all the heart chakras. So they were like a puzzle piece. So the little girls were overcompensating for them being super sensitive and over emotional. But when the boys were with me by themselves, they had to say that the coaches were hard on them. Their dads forced them to, be super tough when they didn't want to be. Some were artists, musicians. A lot of them just didn't make it, right? And they became outcasts. They didn't fit into the sports. The other ones that stayed in sports end up having that violent thing where, maybe as they get older, they don't express themselves and then they take it out on people physically. So that's Harry Heartless.
Okay.
But it started with a very sensitive young man. So his heart is closed, his solar plexus is too open. So
Okay.
I had to figure out how to explain that to people. And it was playful. Debbie Downer, right? Sid Vicious.
Right. Okay. Well, you also have Kathy Chatter. I thought, because I said she's someone many of us have met or are very much like, maybe. And I think we can identify, but I think you really create a being there that so many of us can identify with, even within ourselves. Yes.
It's when the third eye. So Kathy had been in a household where she didn't want to see what was going on. So she kind of walks around blind, but that's how she got through it. So she was raised maybe in a very dysfunctional family. Then she got her feelings hurt a lot and she tried to express herself with her heart. That didn't work so well. So she closed her heart. So all she has is her throat chakra. So she's the person that calls you and talks for an hour and then you feel empty and she hangs up and you didn't get a word in. That's Kathy Chatter.
Oh my gosh. That's so blatant. Then there's a Debbie Downer. Oh, Debbie Downer. I mean, sad to reveal, there are times in my life when her condition is familiar in my own sorrowful mindset.
Well, and that's your crown chakra, and that's hopelessness. So it's like shaking your head, why bother? Murphy's Law, it's always something bad. But when your crown chakra is open, you're like a child and you're playful and you see, even if things are bad, you can still imagine something good, right? So when your crown chakra is closed, you're closed-minded and you can't see anything bigger than your pain from your past. And that's what I did with hypnotherapy, is just to help them open that part of themselves to start seeing a better future, start seeing a brighter future. And like I told you, it was usually people in foster care who didn't get adopted. It was people that moved so much because of the military, or they made a friend and then their family wasn't doing well financially and they moved in the middle of the night. These are people that had their hopes up and they were smashed. So after a while, they just didn't look up anymore. It was hopeless.
Yeah. Okay. And so, all right. So just one idea about healing that person. How might you heal Debbie Downer? Is it? Yeah.
Like you and I were talking this morning about counting our blessings, looking up, seeing your glass full, surrounding yourself with beauty. That's number one, because if you're constantly focusing on everything that's broken and you're looking at the same people every day, like you hate your job. You go in, you get in your cubicle, and that's all you have. So I would take them, first of all, we count the blessings, make a vision board, start focusing on something else bigger than what their life is already. And that hypnotherapy, I would take them back to their childhood. We'd figure out, that little girl, we do inner child work, which heals your heart. They get a picture of themselves and they start treating themselves the way they wanted to. Like maybe they stay in the same house instead of moving all the time. Maybe they find a friend and keep them for years and years instead of sabotaging that relationship. And I've seen people do it. Oh, I have a beautiful client in Alaska, and she was raised by her father, and it was a really rough life. Okay. And she just over time just started looking up. She started to be able to look in the mirror again. She started loving herself. Now she owns a kombucha restaurant and she's just beautiful. But she did her homework, right? And we did it together. Hypnotherapy was me helping her mind change. She needed some help.
No, I love that. I mean, I think it's, I think that I want to repeat this. I think I've mentioned it several times in our meetings like this, that the help you gave me was when you said, think about 5 things that you're thankful for each day. And I mean, it's such a liberation in a way, because it wakes you to what you've got, and the other thing you said was, and then also in your morning, in your meditation, or wherever you do this, it doesn't matter what time of the day, but talk about your heartfelt intention for that 24 hours, and the other day I just said, you know what my heartfelt intention is? Today I'm going to love myself, and I worked on it, because I mean, so often I don't, I'm not a downer about it, but I mean, it just, I slip through the day, as it were, saying things like, it's always something. It's always something, you know, and that's not right. I don't like it. It's a very negative way to get through a day, you know, and so
So
it
for
is.
instance, my mom used to say that it's always something, and it was like something broke down, something bad happened. And so when I learned the techniques, I said, it's always something good. I just say it in a different way, and it resonates in my heart. It's always something good. Good things happen. They come my way easily, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, that's true. You can manifest. Well, I was toward the end of my writing, I say Dena Marie offers startling hope throughout her book when she lifts our spirits by alerting us to the promise that, and I'm quoting you, becoming conscious of our blockages allows us to heal our past. And may I please add here, I'm adding here, and become whole in our present. And free-flowing individuals in our present as well, you know, and that's something that I keep learning. And also this from your book, which I've read this quotation so many times, and I still love it every time. You say, clear up your chakras and your every wish is our universe's command. Now, just say one thing about that, please. Why is that so?
You are a manifester. Ye are gods. We came here to manifest heaven here on earth. If your chakras are spinning, you're going to manifest something beautiful, something that benefits everyone. You know, if certain chakras are blocked, you might not manifest something, but it's not helping anyone. It may not even be helping yourself, you know? So for me, the heartfelt intentions is self-love. So I love what you said. You know, start your day loving yourself. Do the things that bring you joy. Now your energy expands. You attract other people with that energy. And then all of a sudden you have this support system, which is super lovely, because I have to bring up 2 years ago, I had to figure out what I was going to do with my life, because everything that I was doing was gone. Everything, you know, and I sold all my books. And all of a sudden I'm interviewing authors. You're one of them. You buy my book online, because I gave it to a bunch of bookstores just for the fun of it, because Spirit told me to. And you got one of those books. And now you are I'm reinventing myself, but you are reminding me of what I used to do, because it did get hopeless for a while. We were depressed. Things were not very uplifting. And we found each other. So I must have asked for support. I must have prayed. My intentions were to be around kind, gentle, fascinating people. And here we are. This is how the universe works. By setting your intentions, focusing on the beauty of this world, you attract that, right? I just got these cards. They're called the Law of Attraction cards for free. But it is what you attract. And so anyways, thank you again, Anthony Manna.
No, I love that. I think that I was hoping that we can continue looking at the blockages, but also in the next episode I write here, I'll call on Dena Marie to address her prescriptions for healing on page 52. And the reason I'm mentioning page 52 is because I'm hoping that some viewers will look for your book around. I think I found it on Amazon, or, you know, you can find it, I'm thinking other places if you go to Google. But in case viewers want to take a look at these glorious life force empowerments, that's what they are on page 52, by way of down to earth. This is what I love. By way of down to earth, practical, doable, accessible actions. That's where you say, you know, find a friend, go out, dance, do that, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you know. and
I'm going to plug my next Friday's show, because it will be my son and a young woman I mentored. She was on American Idol 2 years ago, but they went through some darkness during this pandemic. They went through a horrible hopelessness, and they both came out here to the island. They visit me, and they start counting their blessings, and they you know, quit drinking alcohol and doing things that weren't good for them. They've changed their life. So next week it'll be my son telling his story about how he counts his blessings and how he sends his intentions, and a young lady, and she's going to sing music for us, because she's back playing music again. And it is inspiring to see people do these small little things and add up to this huge life change. And before and after pictures, you won't recognize these kids. And one whole year, what has gone on, the depression, I say elevation, but to being
Wow.
up here again.
That's beautiful. What a great example. So folks, Lift Your Spirits is Dena Marie's wisdom radio, I call it. Lift Your Spirits, 11:50 a.m. KKNW. But you can also go to her website, dena-marie.com, because you'll be able to see what she has been doing, the retreats and the, just a lot of her work in healing is enormously helpful. And also my website for an interview with Dena Marie is Anthony at Anthony Manna, that's Manna, Anthony at anthonymannabooks.com, and you'll see the interview there. You'll also see a lot of other stuff. If you have children, you may want to check out my books for kids, and there are a lot of book lists, and there are games and crossword puzzles and all sorts of things related to literature and keeping kids alive with good books. That's one of the ways that we offer them the world at large. Dena Marie, I look forward to meeting you each week, and we'll talk real soon. So,
thank you, Anthony. I'll talk to you next week.
Okay, have a good life. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.